for whatever reason. Bandwidth issues, presumably. Let's see. Where was I? Oh yes. Getting ravaged by Draugr. What the deuce? Man, that has never happened. Four from one territory has never happened. I mean, it does reduce, when they do that, it does reduce the number that are in that territory, so it makes it easier to capture it. But you have to go through this wall of Draugr, or these wolves. So, I mean, that looks bad. Yes, they did take my territory. Man, what the deuce again? Hold on. No. Okay, so it is, I think it's the Boar clan that has a lore ability that reduces aggression. And it's actually something I do take when I play them, depending on what my surroundings are, and it's actually really useful. So, okay, I only have one farmer over here for some reason. Did they get murdered? I suppose so. Alright, how many woodcutters I got? 1 of 1. Let's get everything back up to snuff and production ramping up again. I've got good food, I've got good wood. Good wood. So I could put some silos down, even though 3 of 3, 3 of 3, 5 of 5. Okay. So once this is done, alright, I've accrued 16 stone so far, plus 1 from each miner, and it's got 24 stones left in that. So it'll be a little while, but once I do that, I'll get rid of this and put down a hunter's lodge to start increasing my food supply. But I'm good right now, so I'll keep the stone because the stone is valuable, and it will be valuable from mid to late game. Oh man, I really wanted that iron, not mithril. Looks like mithril, but you do get one of these blessings once you get to a certain amount of lore. Let me see. Yes, the next one I get. Okay, so strategically, what I want to do is take one of these villagers, a civilian villager, and turn him into a lore master to increase that, to boost that up a bit, and get that next level. I'll probably get weaponsmithing. Fur coats, I've started getting this more often because it's really advantageous. Your military units no longer have reduced power during winter, and that is something that it's really noticeable, and it'll actually put you at an advantage if you fight other people in winter, like other clans that don't have that buff yet. It gives you a serious advantage. But defensive strategy is also really good. Like if you want to play a little more defensive, like if you, like for instance, like right now, all of these Draugr and all these inhabitants of this this area, they're really like putting the screws to me like hardcore. So that would be valuable. Did I put the farm in there? I did. Okay. So I've got 600 food, 400. So let's go ahead and organize a feast. That'll increase my fame. That'll increase my production. Okay. The value of great deeds. Scalds will produce +1 crowns. Coinage. Merchants will produce. I usually get this one because I usually have like 2 scalds at this point in the game. But like I've said, we're lacking behind a little bit. I'll go ahead and get weaponsmith because the aggression is real here. This one really good. This one's really good, and this one is also really good. Just you, depending on your situation. Like right now, I want that iron to get my hero, so I can take care of these Draugr. Dispatch them quickly. Your war chief is very, very strong. He has a ton of HP, great tank, and everything. But I will need another warrior. We have established contact with Keld, leader of the Raven. Oh my goodness. Why is there always a Raven clan person on this map? So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put a scout tower right here. Or a defensive tower right here. Because they will attack the coastline like crazy around late mid-game till the remainder of the game. It's ridiculous. And that costs 200 gold. How are they stacking up all that gold? But anyway. Okay. So, something that isn't turned on in the beginning that I find really useful is when you select your training camps, they have a rally button. I would like it to start like, as soon as you spawn your hero, I would like the rally to be enabled, personally, because going in here to this is, once again, this is just a nitpick. This game is fantastic, but it's something that new people don't realize. Like, rallying is really useful because you can send somebody here, go fight or whatever you're doing, and it'll, once they reach that point and they train, they'll rally to your war chief. And you can set that on all your buildings. And it's something I actually forget sometimes, and I've played quite a bit, and so still, it would be useful if it automatically set all of them to rally, or maybe like prompted you or something. I don't know, because I would like to not have to. I would like to have that one less thing to think about. Something is not like a worthwhile gameplay mechanic, if you ask me, or you know, something to occupy your mind about when you have so many other things to worry about. So we're gonna take out these Draugr, hopefully. I don't have to watch because they'll start attacking. They are super slow, so you do have the advantage there. And basically, guerrilla war tactics. So these three should be able to take out these Draugr. I'm gonna move over here, get the spearmen, because I think they do more DPS. Alright, you want to pull your weakened fighters out. Oh man. It's okay, so it's a little difficult, at least for me, to select the right fighter. Like when you want to micro, it's a little difficult. I don't know if there are like hotkeys. I'll have to check that out, because it would be really useful if I could. I don't know. I just feel like it's unnecessarily difficult to kind of micro your units, because you have to select all of them, and whichever, or you can, I guess, zoom in, highlight one, micro them around, micro them out of combat, have everybody attacking, micro them into combat to like trick the AI or whatever. But that's something I would like to see a little different. Alright, so we should be able to take those Draugr out, no problem. Winter is coming up. Is it another blizzard? Oh, it's an earthquake. Okay, so we'll be good. Colonize for 80. Okay, and I wasn't watching that. That would have been really bad if our hero died. Like, that is not something you want to happen at all. Okay, so if I take this, it will give me fame. And it'll have, okay, yeah, we want to take this because of the mineral deposit, but you have to keep in mind that these are really strong. These, what are they called? They're Valkyries. Originally champions of the gods, some Valkyries have been corrupted by the powers of Helheim. Yeah, they're really strong. And they will become aggressive and attack. Okay, so they're going for that. What I want to do is be wary, because they can't go through this. They can't go through this lake. They'll have to take this swamp. So if I take the swamp, which I may actually take this swamp and put it like as a fortifiable defensive position, because you can't move through this water and you can't like circumvent it. And all this rocky outcrop. What the deuce? Oh, they're over here. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We had already said that. They're gonna take out these kobolds for sure. All right. So I did gain this area, and now that my people are back in an area of my own, they are starting to heal, which is good. I may 15 to 20. We're good on population. Okay, I can start upgrading buildings. I have this mine up and running. I would like to take out this bear so I can move here, take out this Valkyrie, or I could get the swamp like I was saying. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't have the fur training yet, but it's only 2 wolves, so we should be fine. Okay, little micro there. Okay, and we will. Okay, so yes, we're gonna go ahead and colonize. They may attack, but we'll be ready. We'll start healing. Okay, and I'm going to place axe throwers here to increase my forces. I'll send you up there. We're good on food, wood, and our crowns are way down for some reason. We must have... We built a lot of buildings, that's for sure. Okay, so... Earthquakes are a little rough. They're, like, at the wrong... Like, see, right now, like, during winter, you definitely don't want that to happen. When you're, like, low on food, if you're not prepared for the earthquake, they can take out your buildings and make it to where your people won't produce any food, they won't produce any wood, if it takes out your woodcutter's hut. And something that happens rarely, which is really annoying, is they'll take out your, let me see, real quick. Let's go ahead and get fur coats. That's a really nice buff. Okay, send you here, send you here. They take out your resource buildings, and it's really not the best. Not an ideal situation. Okay, so exactly what I thought would happen happened, and they're not healing my guy, so put another healer in there. Improve his tools. Okay, I don't have any gold to do that. Bollocks. Honestly, he could take it if I need him to. To place one of these. Let me see, 2. Yeah. Okay, so I'll place it here. Oh man, that would be risky. I really wanted to have a spot here. No, I'll just wind up losing my war chief. If he wants it, he can take it, and I'll just take it from him because I'll be able to recover in time for him not to be able to build a defense tower, because those things are. They really change what you can take and what you cannot take. So he definitely can't have this area because it'll give him access to these 3 to put me at a very huge disadvantage. That's still good. If they push with 4 wolves, that would be kind of rough. But I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay, this is done. You can destroy the building, you get a refund, a little refund. And he can turn back into a villager. And actually, I can put my trading post down here. I really need a Hunter's Lodge to increase that. So we'll go ahead and put Hunter's Lodge there. But I do need to increase my crowns. Okay. So what I'll do, long ship over here. I don't have the money. Long ship over here. Yes. Get that going. And I don't have any money. Woe is me. Let's see if I can get him working on that. Alright, so what I want to do... Oh, what is this? Oh! V is a shortcut that pulls up the victory conditions. Domination, fame. Who has the most fame right now? Not me. Torin. Okay, cool. Look at that! 50%. See, you always have to watch the Raven Clan, man, because on hard mode they're like... Ah, man, that's rough. Okay, so wisdom... Okay, Odin's sword. Gotcha. And there's 3 sword parts to that. See, it just... You have to defend the area from all the clans, and you have to be able to build the forge, you have to keep the area, you have to build 3 parts of the sword. And I imagine they take resources, and it's just... It's not for me. I'll try it one day, see what it's like, but not right now. Alright, so I definitely want to take this from him, but no crowns, and he has units. So we'll get on that, just give me 1 second. Alright, I need you to get in here, you to get in here. Alright, start raiding for crowns. That'll increase my crowns, and I'll raid for fame, which will increase my fame over time. Alright, I have 1 villager up here. send him down here to repair this. Let's see who's attacking. Okay, perfect. See, that's actually good if he stays in there and lets me kill him. Okay, a little micro, because killing his hero, the computer's not like really the best when it comes to strategy. See, like that, you definitely don't want to do that ever. And somehow I still find myself doing that. But killing their hero is really advantageous. Okay, now what? Oh man, their AI is just really giving them the shaft right now. Oh. See, it did change to like a weaker fighter, like the axe thrower. So it did kill one of my warriors. But that's okay. Axe throwers up there. And as soon as I start producing more income, I can make some more units. Alright, let's get that going. See, the silo is going to really help produce more food. It's going to help a lot. I do like to upgrade them, but like I said, I'm at a disadvantage, or a gold shortage, coin shortage, crown shortage, whatever they're called. So the towers do target the first one that comes in the territory, so you want your shield users to be the first ones inside. Or your hero, but he does take some serious damage from it. It's not like he's invincible. Just trying to thin out their defenses a little bit before I take their tower. Okay, so -1 happiness. No defenses over here, but I will be over there shortly because these healers give me a really nice advantage. Okay, so first thing we need to do is upgrade this for 50, because you can't upgrade any of your other buildings until that. Oh, okay. Okay, it's just a wolf. I thought it was the Raven Clan. That would have been terrible. Utterly abysmal if the Raven Clan had come in, like snuck in some mercenaries and started ravaging my base. That would have been the worst. You know, it's kind of like just one thing on top of the other. But, okay, let's see. They don't have this yet. I'm going to have to take this before they take that, because I really want that. It gives you a 5% attack bonus, and 50 crowns when you colonize it. So it's pretty good, pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this tower. It's a smaller tower, so I think I should be able to destroy it, or at least set it on fire to where they'll have to repair it. Like I said, we'll employ some guerrilla war tactics in this whole situation. So a rat infestation is another thing that is like the earthquake, the blizzard, and stuff like that. If you don't have a silo, by the time the rat infestation starts, they'll rifle through your reserves, and you'll lose tons of food. Like, I only lost 97 that time, which was actually kind of a lot, so I should have another silo by that time. But if you don't have any silos whatsoever, you will really get massively ransacked by those little pests. So it does put a debuff on your people. They will become sick, which they'll slowly lose the deuce. See what I'm saying, man? That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Alright, so, I mean, the Raven Clan is way ahead of us. Like, let's pull that up. So the victory conditions. This commercial influence is, i.e., build a lighthouse. Through trade, you put down your little harbors over here along the coast. Then you build a lighthouse, and you send out your villagers to raid and stuff like that. And then with the lighthouse, you can put them on great trade routes. You unlock that ability to use those, and that'll give you commercial influence in exchange for crowns. And I believe that there are 3 of those, 3 different ones. You can do like -5 crowns plus like 5, like, I don't know, like 5 commercial influence or whatever. Minus 20 crowns, you get like 10 commercial influence, or minus 40 crowns and you get like 15 commercial influence, 20 commercial influence, something like that. So I always find myself against the Raven, and they always do that commercial influence, and it's always seems like, yes, okay, so blue is probably the Raven. Let me see. No, red is the Raven. Okay, so generally blue is the Raven, and blue always spawns diagonally for me, so I'd have to go through red's territory or yellow's territory to get to him, which it makes it really difficult. Like, you would have to go through the middle of the map, through red territory to get to blue territory to stop him from gaining commercial influence, which is really difficult. But he is next to me, so I could, like, kind of attack him and beat the crap out of him to obtain victory. So he sent another one. Those cost 200 gold each time. 200 gold. That is a lot. But it is very effective if they don't have, like, if, see, I didn't have one over here and they just ransacked my whole thing and took the whole territory. Normally, see, there's another one. 200 more gold. Wow. So you either want to ward this off. They really won't send attacks if you upgrade these defense towers, because upgrade defense towers really pwn the crap out of these mercenaries. They're not super strong. Like, you can micro your army back there and take them out real quick, sweep through them, and it shouldn't be too bad. But if you upgrade these, they really won't send them at all. They'll stop bothering you if you put them in all your port areas or your any areas that have exposure to the coastline. So that is a valid strategy. It just costs, let's see, 50 wood, 50 crowns, and 5 stone. But when you're playing against the Raven, it's a way worthwhile investment by far, because that is like one of the most annoying things to have to deal with this. If your army is like way out here or way over here on the other side of the map, like you're getting work done, you don't want, the last thing you want to do is come back here and have to defend. God dang, this whole map has been aggressive, and it's good. All I want to say, it's good. The variety, it adds variety, because some maps are not super aggressive. Like, you'll get some wolves here, some wolves there, and you can expand comfortably, and, you know, there will be bears in the way of your enemies. It'll just work out. Everything will just work out really well. And you can just kind of level up all your buildings, get strong, and push out. But it also, you can get these really hostile maps, really hostile environments. And the reason I say it's good is because you have to tailor your playstyle, or you have to be able to adapt, is what I'm saying. And it's really intriguing to me as compared to like StarCraft 2, or that was really the only other RTS other than Warcraft 3 that I played. This reminds me a little bit of Warcraft 3, except with survival elements and the whole grid area thing, which it really isn't like a it's not superly different than like a regular map style would be, like not having the grid at all. It's really not super different, but I do actually kind of like it. And so the variety that they're able to incorporate into every playthrough using this grid-based system is astounding. It's really a great idea, if you ask me. And because every map I've played so far has been different. Like, normally there's like an eagle you can get to around here, like not an eagle, it's like an ancient bird that's just laying on the ground, and it's got a lore stone or whatever, and you have to take the territory, you have to heal the bird, and then he'll fly around, scout areas for you, and you'll gain like a whole bunch of lore for doing it. It's like a little quest. If they added more stuff like that, which I imagine they are, it just would make this game I just see this game becoming incredibly fantastic and just way, way more worth $15. Like the $15 I spent on this game, I see the value just being way more worthwhile than that. But this play was basically a wash. The Raven clan completely and utterly ravaged my coastline. There was constant attack from wolves, Draugr, more wolves, and it just didn't go so well. But you kind of get the basic gist of how to start looking at the situations that are presented in the game, like where to push out, where not to push, how much value a tile, a plat of land will provide. Like you have to look at how many buildings it can hold, what resources it has, like this lake, give you more food, the mineral deposits inside the areas, all the benefits, all the detriments. Is it at risk of attack, or all that, thinking of all that. And it just makes for a really interesting game every time you play. So this is Northgard, and it is fantastic in my opinion, and you should pick it up, especially I believe it's still on sale on Steam for $15. I mean, I've put in like 20 hours so far. I've played like 45 games, 50 games or something like that, and it's really enjoyable. Especially like trying out all the clans and trying their different playstyles, finding the one that really fits you. And not to mention that they update this game like every month, every 2 weeks, and they add like tweaks. They may add content, stuff like that. It's fantastic. It's a really good company behind it. Oh man. But yeah, this was a rough map. Not unwinnable. That's the thing. The maps aren't unwinnable. It's just that some maps, like this hostile map for instance, this area wasn't such a bad deal. I put a tower here, allowed me to defend. I could have pushed out with my hero and taken this area easily. I mean, wolves, once you have your war chief, you can take down wolves easily with two warriors, or even solo with your war chief. Getting this area, once I got this area, the wolves stopped spawning, sending in, and the bear doesn't really bother you. So the main concern, the thing you wanted to focus your attention on, you could even get this area and this area first, get it set up, maybe even kill this bear, because you don't have to worry about the kobold attacking you. And I don't think this spawns anything that would attack. I don't think it would spawn another Valkyrie, so you could slowly but surely work your way up to building an army. Actually, honestly, rather quickly. Take this area first before advancing past this. It's almost like a choke point surrounded by two areas right here. So you could take this area, take all of this surrounding it, and all you would have to worry about is this central area. This is like a very valuable spot, even though it is like a swamp with no resources whatsoever. And in this swamp, this water here, you can't build on top of it, so it really restricts where you can place your buildings and where you can place this defensive tower. So yeah, I mean, strategically that would have been a better I don't want to say, yeah, it would have been a better idea to go ahead and take this swamp early on, or not necessarily early on, but after I had moved into position to take this. It gives you a plus 5% attack bonus, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 1 damage in this game is actually a really good thing. And in combination with the other bonuses you have already, it's just a really good place to have, on top of the fame bonus, to reach the goal of 1200 fame for my victory condition that I like to go for when I play the Stag Clan. So that being said, this was a wonderful experience. Hope y'all found some value in this playthrough. This terrible playthrough I just did. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll get to see you next time in the next video.